Good morning. This lesson is for anybody who wants to watch it. It's part 2 of my breaking the number line lesson. So I wanted to actually discuss why my argument doesn't hold water, but in explaining why it also challenges some ideas that you might accept. So let me walk through the argument again. So the point of the part 1 video was I wanted to discuss what undefined meant. And I wanted to show how changing a rule changes the outcome of mathematics. Now, my outcome is probably not valid, and I'll explain why. But let's just review a couple things. Remember, dividing by 0 is undefined. We picked a side and we defined it. And so instead of looking at the number infinity, we looked at infinity as a vertical slope because the run is 0 and the slope fraction rise over run. So this vertical line is no longer undefined. It's in fact defined as infinity slope. This is 0 slope. This positive slope represents all the positive numbers, and this negative slope represents all the negative numbers. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you that prior to defining dividing by 0, there was only one number that separated positive and negative numbers, and that was 0. So if I had a positive number, I would have to cross 0 to get to a negative number. Or if I had a negative number, I'd have to cross 0 to get to a positive number. You can also go from a positive number to a negative number by crossing infinity. Or you can go from a negative number to a positive number by again crossing infinity. The problem with my argument, the issue, is we can't get to infinity. You can never obtain infiniteness. I guess you can say it like that. We can never get there. Right? So that's a big hole in my argument. I can't really overcome that fact. Now, there's also something that I want to address, and it's 0. We accept the concept of 0 without question. But in fact, the history of mathematics, that wasn't the case. 0 was not a value that was obtainable. And let me give you an example of what I mean by that. So I show you my right hand. There's no rings, there's no watch, there's no bracelet. I ask you the question, how much gold is in my hand? And your first instinct is to say 0. However, I would counter that by saying at some level what makes my hand makes gold. And so I'm trying to make the point, you can't ever technically get to 0 in the real world. Financially you can, but money's pretend, right? So this philosophical concept, what math was founded on, forces us to consider 0 like we consider infinity. So I hope you enjoyed the goofy lesson I had. I hope you understood what it meant to be undefined a little bit better. And I also hope that it made sense how math can be created if it had a valid result. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope everyone is doing all right out there. Have a good day. Bye-bye.